Okay guys, I'm going to try to make a video. It occurred to me the other day that I have never made a video at night where I just ride around at night. Probably because I don't often ride around at night, but it gave me an excuse to come out here and cruise around at night, and it's kind of nice because it's not so hot. I learned something new today. I had to renew my visa. I'm in Panama on a tourist visa, which is good for 3 months. Well, it's good for 3 months or 6 months, depending on who you ask and what mood they're in. There's really no... But one thing that I do know is that your driver's license, your U.S. driver's license, you can only use it in Panama for 3 months. So, regardless of what the visa gets me, I leave every 3 months. And when I first moved here, I heard kind of everybody, it's one of those things that everybody knows. You must leave the country every 3 months for 3 days. So, or 2 nights, I guess. So I would leave, I would go for 2 nights, and the problem with that is you're spending money that you don't want to spend, you don't need to spend, and you go into Costa Rica, you have to take the bus, because to take your own vehicle, you have to get your vehicle inspected or checked off or something at 3 different institutions, like at the police station and then the customs place, and all in David. You can't do that at the border. So you spend a day driving around David trying to get things done, and somebody will screw something up, I guarantee it. And then you'll drive to the border and they'll say, hey, this is screwed up, and worst case or best case scenario, they will turn you around and tell you to go back home. Worst case, they'll let you into Costa Rica, and then the Costa Rican cops will stop you and say, hey, your papers are messed up, so we're going to just keep this now. And then they'll send you home without your car. I don't know that, but I'm assuming it. So that's why I take the bus when I go. And I hate it because you're in the bus, and nobody knows what a bus stop is in this country. Everybody just stands in front of their house and waits for the bus to pick them up. So the bus, that's nice when you're trying to get on the bus, but once you're on the bus, it then has to stop every 15 feet to pick up another person. So when you're trying to get somewhere, you're actually trying to get from point A to point B on a bus here, it takes forever because they're constantly stopping to let people off and pick more people up. Super frustrating. Sunday night out here, and it's pretty dead. So border crossing, stay on target. So what did I do today? Today I decided I was going to try something new. And another problem is when you cross the border into Costa Rica, there's nothing really, like 45 minutes past the border is David. It's a nice city. There's stuff to do here. But there's nothing on the Costa Rican side of the border, or close anyways. So you get over there, and there is a city called Nelly, and it's nothing special. It's not horrible. It's not nice, but food is expensive there, and you end up staying in a hotel, and you don't want to be spending money. You could just as easily be at your house, or if you are going to spend money, you could at least go somewhere nice. Your other option is this little fishing village called Golfito, and that place is pretty horrible because it's on the coast, but there isn't a beach. There's nowhere nice to swim. It's like a harbor, and so if you want to spend your day giving high fives to drunken fishermen, then that's a good place to go. Like they want to high five you and like try to bum money off you so they can go buy more alcohol. That's kind of an annoying place. I don't like to go there. So today I learned something new. The whole rule of 72 hours, you must leave for 72 hours before you can come back. It's just a myth. It's just something that, who knows, people came up with, and they went with it. And they told their friends, and just kind of spread around. Because today I went up there, and when I was getting stamped out of the country, I asked the guy. I'm not going to be sneaky or anything. I'm just going to ask this dude. And I asked him if I need to come back today. Is it okay if I just get stamped back in the country today? And the guy said, yeah, sure, no problem. You just got to go to Costa Rica, get stamped in, turn around and get stamped out, and then you can come back here. And but come back in the afternoon, he tells me. And I said, well, what time? What does that mean? And he's like, just shrugs and is like, just the afternoon, dude. So I said, okay, and I got out of there. So that's what I did. I went up to Costa Rica and I got stamped in, and I thought maybe I was gonna have to like play it a little bit sneaky, like get stamped in and then go walk around this border town, Paso Canoas, for a little while, kill some time, and then come get stamped out. But the guy, the border crossing agent, was like, how long are you staying? And I said, just 1 day. And he's like, 1 day? I said, yeah, I got to go back to Panama. And he goes, okay, here you go. And he handed me a slip of paper to fill out so I could get an exit stamp. So that took all of 5 minutes. It was great. But because the Panamanian guy said come back in the afternoon, once I got stamped out of Costa Rica, I decided I'd better, I'm confused because there's so many one-way roads and there are no signs. So then in Paso Canoas, there's a lot of like nice places to go shopping. Very overpriced places, but a lot of nice places to go shopping. So I just went and wandered around through all of the stores. Okay, I got to tell you a story about this place. Tangent. Get ready for a tangent. This place is the casinos. It's the Grand National Hotel, and they have a Fiesta Casino here. When I was here with the Army, this parking lot was here, but this stuff that's over the top of it was not. Since we've left, they built this thing, the Piratas Bar and Grill, and there's like a little dancing area and place for bands and stuff. So that wasn't here. And if you go up, there's an escalator that takes you up, and there's a sign that says paid for by the Utah Army National Guard. Because guys in my unit, they were there every night, man. We were here for a month. Those dudes were there every night, gambling like crazy. This guy, I walked around these malls for a little while, and then I ate at Burger King. They just opened up a brand new Burger King. That's pretty exciting. There's no Burger King in this area unless you drive down to Panama City. So I had to get a Whopper, you know. And then he told me to come back in the afternoon, but instead I just went back like 2 hours later, and they asked me for a bus ticket. They want to see proof or intent that you are going to leave the country in 3 months, but they don't always ask for that. So sometimes I will print off a fake airplane ticket that says that I'm leaving. It says that I'm leaving from Panama City, so that's why I'm entering the country. Every time I've printed off that fake airplane ticket, they haven't asked me. They've just waved me through, stamped me, whatever. So this time I didn't have it, and of course they asked me. And there's a bus station where you can go and buy a ticket, but the only place they sell tickets, the only destination that they sell a ticket to is San Jose, which costs kind of a lot of money because it's far away, San Jose, Costa Rica. It's forever away. So it's $18 that I don't want to spend. And I try to explain, I'm like, listen, man, I live in David. I just come up here to renew my visa. I'm not going to travel to San Jose. Please don't make me buy a ticket to San Jose. And they say that it's necessary. Oh no, it's a rule. But I know it isn't a rule because they've waved me through on different occasions. It's just whatever the guy feels like doing. That's simple as that. There's no standard. There's just no standard, and that's frustrating. So I walked back, bought the $18 bus ticket, and showed it to the guy, and he stamped my passport, and I was there all of 2 hours. So I wish I would have asked that question sooner or just tried it. But the more I did it, the more I noticed nobody really pays attention to anything. Like, and my passport is so crowded with stamps that people have a hard time finding anything in it. So I guess it worked out for the best, because now I've got another 3 months in Panama before I have to worry about doing the whole visa shuffle. Now you're wondering why if I'm married to a Panamanian woman, why don't I have permanent residency? Well, that's because when I bought a motorcycle, it took the Panamanian government 7 months to pull their heads out of their asses and do their job to get the motorcycle imported. And I'm quite positive if I try to apply for residency, it will cost me even more money and take even longer, and that I will likely have a stroke and have to sit in like an old folks home with a pair of wooden spoons, like a musical instrument spoons, and I'll just bang on stuff the rest of the day, and everybody will be frustrated because what the hell is that guy doing with the spoons? Somebody take the... Why does he have spoons? Somebody take them away. Big baseball game going on tonight, or maybe it's a cockfight. Big cockfight. So that's why I don't have permanent residency, and but that's okay, because now I know that I can just simply cruise up to wherever, the border, get my stamps, and get out for the low price of $18, or free if I would ever remember to print off my fake plane ticket. So that's what I learned today. Can't turn left anywhere on this damn road. So the only reason I'm doing this is because I'm trying to turn around and go the way that I want to go. But it's so hard. It's so hard to get turned around. This is what you have to do. You've got to go through all this mess just to make a U-turn. You know, ever hear of a traffic light? It might solve a lot of problems. Traffic lights. Ever heard of one? I didn't think so. So I'm going to go back home and I'm going to look at this video and I'm going to think, oh man, it's too dark and I can't see anything, and I'm going to just delete all the footage. So that's probably okay, because I don't think I made a lot of sense in this video anyways. So I remembered something else that I did today that I can talk about and edit out later because it would suck. Jeez, I can't see anything. How did I get on this road? Once I got back from the border, this guy showed up at my house, a neighbor of mine. I didn't even know that he knew where I lived. He just showed up and he's like, hey, you do video stuff, right? I'm selling my house and I want a video made so I can post it on the internet and show people what my house is like. So I was like, okay, let's go right now. I got nothing going on. So I grabbed my camera, we went over to his house, filmed it, and he has a cool house. I wish I could buy it. 140 grand, 3-bedroom, 2.5 bath, swimming pool out back, little rancho out back, a little like covered area, hang hammocks in and stuff next to the pool, in my same neighborhood. So it's a nice neighborhood, just a much nicer house, fully furnished. So if you're looking for a place, you know, so you want to live the dream in Panama, you got 140K, you got a turnkey opportunity here. He'd probably even sell you his car too. He just decided it's time to move back to Canada. That's where he's from, and he wants to go back, so he's selling it and heading out. But it's a cool house. I think for 140, that's a really good deal. The best thing to do when you move to Panama is just find yourself a gringo that's done for whatever reason. They just want to get the hell out of Dodge, and they're looking to sell their house cheap. I've seen some incredible deals. So that's my vlog